All right, y'all, we're going to take a look at this Boudoir Facebook ad, see if we believe it has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. So, Boudoir low click syndrome is when the unique CTR all of our Boudoir Facebook ad is under 6%. So that means fewer than 6 out of 100 women are clicking somewhere on our Boudoir Facebook ad, which actually means, our Boudoir Facebook ad is getting into fewer than 6 out of 100 women's brains. And the and that means fewer than 6 out of 100 women that happens to that are seeing our ad actually have a non-zero chance of buying from us. So we gotta get our Boudoir Facebook ads into their brain because that's the only chance they'll buy from us. That means we gotta have them click somewhere on it instead of simply scrolling on by, which is unique CTRL. Now, unique CTRL under 6% is not normal. Common, everyone believes it's normal. That's why it's so common, so widespread. But it's not. It's actually the symptom of a deeper root cause. And that deeper root cause is the 3 pre-click mistakes, the 3 PCM. And more about those towards the end. We also know that a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS is a Boudoir low-click advertiser, a BLCA. So we see our universe building up here. A BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. But we got a solution. We know that BLCS is treated with Boudoir pre-click optimization, aka Boudoir Pico, and treatment takes about a week. And we know this because we invented it and we've already done it a bunch. And it's pretty simple. We duplicate the original ad. We treat the duplicated one. We leave the original alone. We treat the duplicated one with Boudoir Pico, and basically we run that, and through its full treatment, and then we keep whichever one running has the highest metrics. And it's always been the Boudoir Pico treated one that has the highest metrics at the end. Now, once treated with Boudoir Pico, we now have pre-click alignment, PCA. So we go from the 3 pre-click mistakes to PCA. And pre-click alignment activates Boudoir brain entry boost in our Boudoir Facebook ads. AKA, we finally got our unique CTRL above 6%. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost is a dominant Boudoir advertiser, a DBA. So this is our universe here. We got a BLCA with BLCS. It's caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. And then our solution is Boudoir Pico. It takes about a week. We achieve PCA pre-click alignment, and we become a dominant Boudoir advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost. So that's our universe. Now here onto my residency. So I found some Boudoir Facebook ads out there, brought them to the hospital, tested them. First one up, found out its unique CTRL is 4.3%. So I discovered that BLCS is present, Boudoir low click syndrome. And as a result, so basically as a result, we know we can treat this with Boudoir Pico. Takes about a week. So that's what we did. Treated it with Boudoir Pico, took about a week. We got the unique CTR up to 6.88%. So we found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 37% of ad spend, which means that they're spending 10 grand a month on the original Boudoir Facebook ad. Now they only need to spend 6,300 bucks a month on the Boudoir Pico treated ad to get their ad into the same number of women's brains. And so they no longer have to spend that money, and they actually can pocket it kind of as like a bonus, Boudoir Pico bonus. They just don't spend it because it would have all been wasted anyways. And kind of a bonus, $3,700 a month bonus. And so what that's given them is, that's given them 3,700 bucks a month, which is actually, like 40K over the next 12 months. By simply not having to burn that cost. And next part of my residency, and the second Boudoir Facebook ad, got unique CTRL up to 1.39%, or found out its unique CTRL was 1.39%, and actually, since it's under 6%, we know that BLCS is present, aka Boudoir low click syndrome, and as a result, we can actually treat it with Boudoir Pico. So that's what we did. Treated with Boudoir Pico, got its unique CTRL up to 9.13%. So we found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 84% of ad spend. And as a result, if they're spending more than 10 grand a month, if they're spending 10 grand a month on the original Boudoir Facebook ad, now they only need to spend 1.6 grand a month on the Boudoir Pico treated ad and get their ad into the same number of women's brains. So $8,400 a month difference. They pocket it every single month. They don't have to spend it. They keep it. It's kind of like a phantom bonus, phantom profit. And as a result, we are, we're actually, they're actually able to keep that $8,400 a month, which is like, 100 grand over 12 months, over the next 12 months, literally doing no extra work, nothing. Finally, had a patient come through, unique CTRL 5.03%. So that's under 6%. We know that BLCS is present, Boudoir low click syndrome. So we can treat it with Boudoir Pico. And that's exactly what we did. Took about a week. We got the unique CTRL up to 15.35%. And when we did that, we actually found out his original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 67% of his ad spend. So if he's spending 10 grand a month, $6,700 a month was being wasted. So now he only needs to spend $3,300 a month with his Boudoir Pico treated ad to get it into the same number of women's brains. And that $6,700 he no longer has to spend. He pockets it every single month, every single month, every single month. Kind of like a Boudoir Pico phantom bonus. And at the end of the year, after 12 months, what's that? That's, it's like an 80K bonus. Literally, 80K bonus. And so the average Boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS is wasting about 50% of its ad spend. And we know that because, dude, just look at these numbers here. Wasting 37%, wasting 84%, wasting 67%. Average these numbers out, the average is probably somewhere between 50 to 60%. So, if they're spending 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, on average, this can be, five out of the 10K is being wasted every single month, and we can eliminate that, put that back in y'all's pocket, approximately, 60K over the next 12 months, over the next year. All right, so now we're going to diagnose this Boudoir Facebook ad and see if we believe it has BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome, and a unique CTRL under 6%. So first thing we're looking at is first thing I'm seeing is the below creative cluster mistake. The false belief that causes us to make this mistake is that we're trusting what Facebook is telling us to fill out is actually what we should fill out for our Boudoir Facebook ads. And when we do this, we actually we're trusting is best for us, but when we do this, it actually causes way more women to scroll by our Boudoir Facebook ads than normal, pulling our unique CTRL under 6%, contributing to BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome. Now, on the back end, Facebook loves this because the more women scroll by our ads out of 100, lowering our unique CTRL, Facebook can serve more ads per unit time. This is why we never ever, and Facebook makes more money per unit time that way, and we waste and lose more money per unit time. So we never ever trust what Facebook recommends us to do. Second, looking at the creative here, the photo, the luxury boudoir giveaway. All right, so the photo, the creative, this is the looks like an ad mistake. So the false belief that caused us to make this mistake is that we believe our boudoir Facebook ad should look like an ad because that's what all the other boudoir Facebook ads we've seen, they all look like ads. But the consequence of this is that way more women gonna be scrolling by our ad than necessary. And yes, even though everyone else looking like their boudoir Facebook ads, that's why 100% of the boudoir Facebook ads I've seen the back end for and that I've tested myself have had BLCS, boudoir low click syndrome, have a unique CTR all under 6%, because everyone's making these same mistakes as everyone else. That's why everyone keeps getting the same outcomes as everyone else. So yeah, this pulling our unique CTR all under 6%, and basically wrecking our ability to, basically wrecking our ability to be efficient with our ad spend and contributes to BLCS, boudoir low click syndrome. Finally, we're going to look at the see more headline here. First 2 3/4 lines, Facebook newsfeed mobile. We ain't got nothing on line 3 here. So, want to win a boudoir session. What if you never feel ready but do it anyway? All right, so want to win a boudoir session. What if you never feel ready? Do it anyway. All right, so yeah, we only got 1 point of relevant context here. So it's the lack of context mistake. The false belief that causes us to make this mistake is that we actually believe we are, that we've got enough context to call in the optimal number, the right number of maximum women that we're actually speaking to, instead of us actually, and kicking out the ones that we don't want clicking on our stuff. And as a result, we're actually going to have way more women scrolling by our boudoir Facebook ads than necessary. And it's actually gonna pull our unique CTR under 6% and increase the probability that we have BLCS, aka boudoir low click syndrome. So if you're looking at all this stuff, I believe we've got BLCS, boudoir low click syndrome, and a unique CTR all under 6%. Yes, I do. Yeah, so I believe this is a good candidate for boudoir pico. So if you're a BLCA with BLCS and so if you're a boudoir low click advertiser with boudoir low click syndrome and you're spending more than 10 grand a month on boudoir Facebook ads and you're looking at the marketplace seeing that more and more women are entering the marketplace as boudoir photographers every day, kind of throwing up. Seems like anytime someone gets a new iPhone, they're throwing up, Google My Business profile that they now offer boudoir photo shoots. And, it seems like anytime someone gets a new camera, they're posting in the mom groups that they now do boudoir photo shoots. So you're seeing that the marketplace get more crowded, more more competitive, same number of buyers but more sellers, so harder to stand out. And you're also seeing more inflation, cost of life keeps going up. And as that keeps going up, you've already been taking action to optimize other parts of your business, pull out more profit for the same inputs or even better, less inputs, more profits, the best. And so you've been optimizing other places in the business, and now you decide you're ready to optimize the Facebook ad part of your boudoir photography business. Pull some more profits out of here. You're starting with, obviously, plug in the leaks, plug in the wasted ad spend. I mean, that's the easiest thing, because when we eliminate that, we can bring our costs down, and that's guaranteed, guaranteed savings, guaranteed ROI, and still get our ad into the same number of women's brains at less cost, less spend. And you're seeing what Boudoir Pico has done for other Boudoir Facebook ads, and you're seeing that it could probably save you, you'll put back in your pocket approximately 5K every single month that you are running your Boudoir Facebook ads. So at the end of 12 months, it'll be approximately 60K back in your pocket for no extra effort. So you're liking how Boudoir Pico is sounding, and you decided that you want to use it, you want this treatment, because you know you want to achieve pre-click alignment PCA, to become a dominant boudoir advertiser, to achieve boudoir brain entry boost, because you know you need this on your way to become the #1 boudoir photographer in your city, then shoot me a DM when I open up for new patient intake. New patient intake is closed right now. So, but my new patient intake does open, then shoot me a DM and we will see if you qualify for the Boudoir Pico treatment.